Good afternoon, everyone. The topic for today class is temperature regulation. As you know, the body temperature is relatively constant. It is maintained at around 37 degrees centigrade. The heat is either lost in the environment or either produced from the body. It is lost from the body by radiation, conduction, and vaporization of water from the respiratory passages and skin, and it is produced by different type of muscular exercises and assimilation of food and all the vital processes, and a small amount of heat is also lost in urine and feces. The balance between this heat production and heat loss determines the body temperature. Body temperature balance is necessary because various enzymatic system of the body work at the very narrow temperature range, and they function at very optimal temperature range. So normal body function depend on relatively constant body temperature. There are several mechanisms for maintaining the body temperature in vertebrates by adjusting the heat loss and heat production. But in reptiles, amphibians, and fishes, they are not able to adjust the body temperature, and these adjusting mechanisms are rudimentary. So these species are called cold-blooded animals or poikilothermic animals. Their body temperature fluctuates over a very wide range. In bird and mammals, their body temperature are maintained at relatively narrow range. So they are called warm-blooded animals or homeothermic animals. How this body temperature is maintained within this narrow range, because there in the hypothalamus there are group of reflex responses that integrate and this maintain the body temperature. The exception to this are hibernating animals or hibernating mammals. These hibernating mammals are, while awake, they are homeothermic, but during hibernation, their body temperature falls. Normal body temperature. The normal body temperature is maintained, or it is maintained and varies from the species to species and even from individual to individual. In human, the normal value for oral temperature is 37 degree centigrade, or you can say 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. There is a range. You can say that the temperature range is 36.3 to 37.1 degree centigrade. 95% of young adults will have morning oral temperature of within this range, and the morning oral temperature average 36.7 degree centigrade with a standard deviation of zero point 0.2 degrees centigrade. The extremities are cooler than the rest of body. You can see in this graph the extremities are cooler than the this graph shows the temperature of various part of the body, and extremities are cooler than the rest of the body. The various part of the body has different temperature. The temperature difference between the part varies with the environment temperature. The temperature of scrotum is regulated at 32 degrees centigrade, and rectal temperature is 0.5 degree centigrade higher than the oral temperature, and it is representative of the temperature of the core of the body. Oral temperature is 0.5 degree centigrade lower than the rectal temperature. Rectal temperature is changes little with the environmental temperature, but oral temperature is affected by the ingestion of fluid, either hot or cold, chewing, gum chewing, smoking, and mouth breathing. The body temperature also varies with the circadian fluctuation of 0.5 to 0.7 degree centigrade is there in humans who sleep at night and awake during the day. It is lowest at 6 a.m. and highest in the evening. Also, the body temperature is lowest during sleep and higher in the awake and relaxed state, but rise with activity. In women, there is temperature rise in the basal body temperature at the time of ovulation. Temperature regulation is less precise in young children, and they have temperature that is 0.5 degrees centigrade above the normal for adult. This is a temperature chart of hospitalized patient who is not febrile. As you can see, those individual who has higher metabolic rate have more temperature in comparison to those individual who has lower metabolic rate, and those individual who has lower metabolic rate has lower temperature than the normal. During exercise, the heat produced by the muscular contraction accumulates and the rectal temperature ranges as high as 40 degrees centigrade. This is due to inability of the heat dissipating mechanism to handle this great amount of heat produced. And body temperature also rises during excitement, that is emotional excitement, and it is elevated by 0.5 degrees centigrade when the metabolic rate is high, as in hyperthyroidism, and it is low when metabolic rate is low, as in hypothyroidism. Some individual has temperature above the normal range. They have constantly chronically temperature above the normal range, that is constitutional hyperthermia. Body heat production and heat loss. Body heat is produced by various metabolic processes and ingestion of food, muscular activity, that is the major source of heat production. It is also affected by various endocrine mechanisms in absence of food intake or muscular exercise. Norepinephrine and epinephrine produce a rapid and short-lived increase in heat production. Thyroid hormone produce slowly developing but prolonged increase. And a source of heat in infant is brown fat. This fat has high rate of metabolism and is thermogenic. It has thermogenic effect. Heat loss. Heat can be lost by the body by radiation and conduction. That is about 70% is heat is lost by this mechanism. Then vaporization of sweat, that is responsible for 27% of the heat loss from the body, and In addition to this, there is respiration and urination and defecation causes heat loss from the body. What is conduction? It is the heat exchange between the object or substance at different temperature that are in contact with each other. The amount of heat transferred is proportional to the temperature difference between the object in contact. As you all know that in environment the molecules are in constant motion and the amount of motion is proportionate to the temperature. These molecules collide with the molecule in the cooler object and transfer its thermal energy to them. So, this is conduction. The conduction is also aided by convection. It is the movement of molecule away from the area of contact and it is greatly aided if the object move in the medium or medium move past the object. Third is the radiation. It is the transfer of heat by infrared electromagnetic radiation from one object to another at different temperature which is not in contact. So, when an individual is in cold environment, heat is lost by conduction to the surrounding air and radiation to the cool object in vicinity. What happened in body? Conduction occur from the surface of one object to surface of the another. So the temperature of the skin determine the degree to which the body is lost or gained. The amount of heat reaching the skin from deeper tissue can be varied by the changing the blood flow to the skin. So when the cutaneous vessels are dilated, what happens? Warm blood goes to the skin and when the vessels are vasoconstricted, then the heat is held in the body. So this rate of heat transfer from deep tissue to the skin is called tissue conductance, and in birds there are a layer of feathers next to the skin, and in mammals similarly there is a layer of hair. So the heat is conducted from the skin to the air that is trapped in this layer of hair and from this trapped air to the outside. When this thickness of trapped layer is increased by erection of the hair by horipilation, heat transfer across the layer is reduced and this heat loss is decreased. These goose pimples are the manifestation of contraction of the piloerector muscle due to this cold, and magnitude of the heat transfer. In addition to a layer of hair, there are also various layers of cloth on the human body. From this layer of hair, the heat is conducted from the skin to the layer of air trapped by these cloths and from the layer of inside of the cloth to the outside and from the outside of the cloth to exterior. And magnitude of the heat transfer across the clothing is the function of its texture and thickness. These dark cloths absorb radiated heat and light color cloths reflect it back to the environment. The other processes that transfer heat from the body in human is sweat, vaporization of sweat, vaporization of water on the skin and mucous membrane of mouth and respiratory passages is sweat. This vaporization of 1 gram of water remove about 0.6 kilocalorie of heat. The insensible water loss due to this is around 50 ml per hour in human. The sweat secretion depend on the humidity of the environment. One may feel hotter in humid environment because of this decreased vaporization of sweat, and even under this condition vaporization of sweat occur. The individual feel warmer in humid environment because individual in a dry environment. During muscular exertion in a hot environment, sweat secretion can rise as high as 1600 ml per hour. Heat loss by vaporization of water varies from 30 to 900 kilocalorie per hour. In some mammals such as dog, they lose heat by the panting. What is this panting? This is rapid shallow breathing that increases the amount of vaporization of water from the mouth and respiratory passages, and thus increases the heat loss. So, it produces little change in the composition of the alveolar air because respiration is shallow, and this contribution of this process that transfer heat away from the body varies with the temperature of environment. At 21 degrees centigrade, vaporization is minor component in human at rest. As the environmental temperature approaches body temperature, radiation loss declines and vaporization loss increase. So, we have discussed about the what is the normal body temperature, how this body temperature is maintained, heat production and heat loss by the various mechanism. In next class, we will discuss the temperature regulating mechanism, fever and hypothermia. Thank you.